Hello, everybody, and welcome to the webinar. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us. We have a great SEO mind and friend of mine named Angel Cruz, and he's got some exciting new strategies and tips to share with you guys. Angel actually lives right near me. He lives just in the next suburb over, about, I don't know, probably about 10 miles away, and so we get to hang out and hook up and share ideas. And Angel is really good at what he does. He finds a lot of underground angles, if you will. He also hangs out in some pretty massive SEO mastermind circles. So we're about to bring him on here, and he's going to teach us some of the new things that he's been doing lately that are really kicking ass. And yep, Herc's pulled up his Facebook page there, so you can sort of go friend him up over there and check out some of his stuff there he's got going on. What else? Yeah, I guess that's about it. I just wanted to say a few words about Angel. He knows what he's talking about. I've known him for a while. I can vouch for him. Good guy. Lives near me and all that. Let's check it out. Angel, are you there? Can you hear me?
I am here. What's going on?
Right on. Angel, like I said, lives near me here in Texas, but he has flown north for the month of for the last week here to visit some family up there. And I think you're in New Jersey today, right?
I'm in a dirty Jersey right now.
Dirty Jersey. I saw a couple of New York and New Jersey folks on our presentation. But Angel's up in New Jersey this week visiting some friends and family for the holidays, but I was pressing him and hopefully trying to get him to come on and do this because our schedule's pretty tight moving forward with some of the other things we've got coming on, and we really just wanted to try and get this information out to you guys. And so we got it signed up today. We got him logged in, and yeah, so everybody just kind of check it out, pay attention, take some notes if you will. We are recording this in just a minute. So you'll be able to refer back to the recordings tomorrow and stuff, because he is going to probably show you some things that you've never done before, never seen before, never heard of. All right. Anything else you want to add to that, Herc?
Yeah, I just want to preface a little bit about, I met Angel at actually at the same event that I met you, Todd. I think it was real brief. And then, throughout different events or whatever, or Facebook posts, I've seen Angel over the past few years, and he's really one of those guys that he's not a very hypey self-promoter type where you don't see a lot of him out there, even on Facebook and stuff like that. But when he does put stuff out, it always made me really pay attention because it was very unique stuff that I'd never really seen before. He's really good with getting a unique style of links. Powerful links, different types of links, maps links, all kinds of cool shit. And actually, if you visit his profile, you can see some of the stuff he's posted. And when he came to us with this, he came to Todd actually, and then Todd came to me and showed us this. It's so cool because what he's going to show you here, guys, is a way to rank for keywords that they're national level keywords, meaning you're going to rank nationally for these types of terms. And the volume of them was literally staggering. I couldn't believe it when I saw what the volume of these keywords were and what Angel's been able to do with ranking these keywords and the type of traffic that he's getting to his site. And they're not overly hard to rank yet because, once again, you're in a window of opportunity that's just starting. So this is a trend that's kind of in its infancy, and Angel's already capitalized on it. And he's going to teach you guys how to find these keywords, how to build out these sites, and how to get these massive traffic keywords. And I'm talking, guys, there was a bonus that I'm going to give you guys later after the webinar is over, a big-ass list of keywords that I did the research for you and went and pulled out the keywords. And we're talking keyword volumes easily over 100,000 searches per month across multiple keywords, and that's how Angel's able to get so much traffic. And they're not hard to rank. They're not as hard to rank, even though they're national level keywords. They're not as hard to rank because they're a side door type of keywords. So this can be applied to local marketing, client marketing, AdSense, CPA. There's all kinds of applications to what you can do with this traffic. And he's simply going to blow your mind with this with this tactic. So with that, I want to turn it over to Angel and let him show you what he showed us that we had to absolutely have him on to show you guys.
With that being said, let's pass this over to Angel. Angel, you are now the presenter.
Okay, great. Thanks for the cool intro, guys. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Can you guys see my screen?
I can see it now. You're good to go.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, my name is Angel, of course, and for those of you that don't know me, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, you know, where I started, where I'm at, and everything in between. So I'm young. I'm 26 years old. I'm a father of 2 boys, so kind of started young, but it did make me the man I am today, so completely grateful for that. Born and raised in New Jersey. I'm actually here now visiting friends and family. Had an awesome Thanksgiving. I hope everyone else who celebrates had a great Thanksgiving. But now I live in Frisco, Texas, which is, like Todd said earlier, it's about 10 minutes away, so we're like practically neighbors. I've been doing SEO for about 8 years now. I've been dabbling, you know, with list building, CPA, AdSense, you name it. I tried it. Failed for a very long time, but for the past 3 years, I found a lot of success online doing full-time SEO. You know, started doing the whole client thing where I'm taking on clients, charging them monthly retainers, and from there, I decided to kind of shift gears and, you know, get into lead generation and start building personal assets where I can monetize in different ways. Yeah, so that's kind of like, you know, story about myself and, you know, introduction of who I am. And, you know, I'm not really the guy that you're going to see everywhere on Facebook or YouTube or, you know, telling you to buy this or buy that. I'm the guy that, you know, you come to find some value, learn something new, and hopefully that's what we could accomplish today. So how many people in the audience have heard of NearMe as an industry or an agenda that Google is pushing, especially through mobile searches? I want to know, you know, some feedback from the audience. Because it's nothing new, but it is something that, you know, it's a huge opportunity for those who are taking advantage of it. So I kind of want to gauge the audience and see what, you know, what's going on. Okay, great.
Show them what it's about.
So what I want to show you guys is some trends. So if you go over to Google Trends and you type in near me, near, closest, close by, nearest, you're going to notice that, you know, in the past few years, it's just been, you know, the trajectory has been going up big time. And, you know, the traffic numbers behind some of these keywords are astronomical, like Herc was saying earlier. But these are just some basic trends here. You can see this is just near me. And you can see, you know, it's popping completely. Here's more trends looking at other keywords. So we got near me, nearest, nearby, near. But you can see, like, it's just something that keeps growing. And the reason why this trend keeps growing is the fact that most of these searches are done through mobile devices. So if anyone here has a mobile device right now, go to Google and you type in any type of local intent business like lawyers, doctors, foot doctors, anything you can name. The first suggestion that Google is going to give you is a near me. So autocomplete is pretty much giving us this massive traffic opportunity that we could take advantage of. So what I did was I actually did a screen share of me doing some of these searches to give you guys an idea, you know, as to what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to pull up this this quick video so you guys can take a quick look.
Just so you guys know, there's no real volume on this video. It's just Angel doing a recording of himself searching on his cell phone. And this is just to prove that, you know, when you start typing in local industries, Google is pushing the word near me in the search suggest. It's happening in almost literally every keyword now where they're appending near me as a search suggest, and that's what this is showing.
Absolutely, and I'm sure with the new keyword tool that you guys have, I mean, I'm sure people are seeing this pop up here and there as they're doing their keyword research because it is something that Google's pushing out there, you know. So this all comes down to what's called micro moments, and micro moments are pretty much intent-driven moments of decision making. So people are making these searches on mobile devices when they're in the middle of doing a task or they're looking for somewhere to go, maybe take their significant other to a restaurant, or women searching for the nearest hair salon. So these are just all conversion focused. So, you know, when it comes to monetizing a conversion focused keyword, it's a higher chance of you making money, whether you're selling products, affiliate products, you know, AdSense revenue is decent, but there's other ways where you can actually monetize these micro moments. And there's a lot of documentation on the web talking about micro moments. You know, Google has a content marketing department called Think with Google, and they actually wrote an interesting piece on this, and I actually brought it up so you guys can take a look. But it pretty much says, like, you know, there's a few moments that are considered micro moments, like I want to go, I want to know, I want to do, just to name a few. But Google extensively researched this topic and studied the consumer behavior when people are, you know, on their mobile devices. And they actually had some interesting feedback on NearMe searches, as you can see on my screen. So they're pretty much, this is all from Google, guys, I'm not making this up, but NearMe searches are on the rise. So you can see here, like, words like near me, closest, nearby are increasingly common across the billions of queries on Google every month. That's huge. So it says, you know, more and more people are looking for things within their vicinity, which makes sense. You know, I'm here in Jersey. I'm looking for stuff that's close, you know, to the area. So I am doing near me searches myself. But, you know, just to give you an idea, you know, there's gyms, malls, plumber. You know, if you're doing local SEO, hope that rings a bell. But, you know, just the near me increased 35 times since 2011 and nearly doubled since last year. So just going back to the trends data I was showing you, this kind of backs up what I was talking about. So this is micro moments, and, you know, there's a lot of publications on this. You know, there's Search Engine Land. They wrote a piece on it. You know, we have Media Post, Search Engine Watch. You know, there's a lot of data that backs up why this is such a great opportunity that we could take advantage of. You know, so I'll probably drop a link in the Facebook group to this slide so you guys can, you know, just further research this topic and see how you can leverage it to, you know, whether you're doing client SEO, lead gen, or AdSense, there is opportunity for anyone here.
Yeah, I just want to mention that, you know, a lot of people type in, you know, in local SEO mainly, they type in something they're looking for, like plumber and then city, right? So, you know where you want to get something in your city. And what Google's doing is, as soon as you type in the word plumber, the first completion is near me. And so instead of people typing in their city, they just click that, you know, what Google just suggested, because it makes sense. Yeah, I want something near me. And that's the main reason why it's on the rise, and that's the main reason why so many people are hitting those near me sites. And it's just another way to get traffic to a site that selling looks like. Right there, perfect live example. As soon as you type in any local service, that first drop down is going to be near me. Now, would you rather type in your city or just hit the next link?
Was that Todd?
I said now when you type in plumbers, would you rather go ahead and finish typing out your city, or you just get your drop down arrow and click the near me, because that's basically what you're looking for.
Exactly. It makes my job a lot easier. You know, if I'm in Clifton, New Jersey right now, and I type in plumbers, the first thing I see is near me, I'm going to click on it. Yeah. But then again, we're more conscious as searchers because we're SEOs, but somebody who's not as conscious as us, they're going to click the first thing they see. You know, they want to get a quick result. So that's why, you know, it's so heavy in traffic, but this is a, you know, good example.
And especially on a mobile device, because you're just ready to stop typing.
Right, exactly. I'm trying to find an answer as soon as possible. And that's the thing, right? Google, you know, it's called a search engine, but honestly it's considered an answer engine. You know, they're just trying to feed people answers. So whether you're looking for a service, a product, and you have the best solution or answer, you know, you deserve to be on page one, of course. So
yeah, Jason says that it could be different for everyone, and then maybe not for some. But Jason says that he's doing a search in his area and he's seeing in my area. So
that's another intent of the near me search.
Exactly. And that's just another opportunity. That's just another opportunity. We're going to focus on the term near me here, but that's just another opportunity to do the same exact thing with the word in my area. And so yeah, we're going to start moving into that direction on
exactly. And just to touch on what Jason just asked, like that's just, you know, when you're finding these other variations, just keep in mind this is what you can also include on your on-page content, because it's all semantically related at the end of the day. So, you know, whether it's in my area, close by, nearest, near you, it's all related. Google, they understand that.
So if you had a
See past the
page,
context.
like if you had a site, a near me site, so say like, dog groomers near me, and you had a page optimized and you put it near me, nearby, in my area, if you optimized your page for all those things, you could rank for all those keywords. Because we taught you how to rank for a ton of keywords on a single page, and this is a perfect example of it.
Exactly. Yeah, just follow the training that Hurricane Todd gave you guys as far as like how to, just go broad, go deep, go wide. Like there's so many ways to just capture more traffic using these variations. It's really endless, But yeah, guys, I wanted to give you guys some stats, some data, just to kind of back up what I'm talking about. But what I really want to do is get into the meat of the subject. I want to show you some pretty decent stuff here, some case studies, and give you guys some ideas on how you can leverage it as well. So the first case study I want to present to you guys is how I'm utilizing auction domains and getting just almost instant rankings for some of these near me terms. Now, the domain I'm talking about is called petsmobility.com. I bought it for about $150. Obviously, it's in the pet niche, and it has some decent metrics. I have a DA37, PA47. No spam link profile. And I guess back in the day, they used to sell like some type of device that helped like handicapped dogs or something. And I guess they let it drop. So their loss is my gain. So for anybody here who does like auction mining, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, what I wanted to do with this domain is build an authority within the pet space. So I know one thing that's going to beef up my domain is building traffic to it, and actual organic traffic. Because there's ways where you can manipulate traffic through, like different buffers of social media sites, and there's different ways to do it. But I like to funnel traffic going after some of these obscure niches, and then just overall just feed my domain that authority and that extra traffic push. So that's kind of my goal with this site. The first keyword I wanted to target was dog stores near me, and it gets about almost 6,000 searches a month. And I'm gonna show you guys the live ranking of this keyword here, and I'll show you the site as well so you guys can get an idea as to what I'm doing as well. But let me turn off personalized. So what's good is me telling you how good this stuff works without backing it up with results. So you can see here Pets Mobility, this was September 21st that it actually was indexed and published. But this is no link building whatsoever, and it's on page 1. And it's pretty quick how fast you can get some of these rankings is actually it's mind-blowing, especially if you have an auction domain. So there's a handful of keywords that I'm going after, and I'll show you guys some SEMrush traffic data to give you some more ideas. But all I did was I pinpointed a few keywords that I found that gets traffic, and I completely optimized an inner page going after that specific keyword. So it's real basic on page. All you're doing is leveraging the power of your auction domain. So the best way to utilize the strategy is, depending on what niche you're in, go out to auction, find some decent domains with metrics, and you'll find that there is a near me category that you can optimize with that site. So that's pretty much what I did here. Now, I did say I didn't build no backlinks to this, but these are the pre-existing backlinks that that lived on the site prior. But as far as the new pages that I set up, there was nothing built to it at all. But you can see here, right? This is a fresh case study site. There was no traffic to the site since 2011, so it's been a hot minute. And this past month, you can see that SEMrush is picking up some of my recent traffic data, but it's a pretty decent spike, in a short period of time. And here's some of the keywords. So we have pet stores near me, position 9, and here's the search volume, almost 80,000. Here's a singular version. And these are just other variations, which I probably added it within the content here and there, sprinkled it, just to get some variation, but it's going to rank automatically.
Hang on. Yeah. Do you guys see that? I don't think he emphasized that point very much here. Look at the volume of that. One keyword has 74,000 searches per month and a $2.09 CPC. Did anybody watch any of the AdSense stuff that I did with keyword supremacy? It showed you guys the two positions you can be in to make a lot of money with AdSense. One was you take a really high CPC keyword with low traffic. The other one was you take an extremely high volume keyword with a lower CPC. And when I was saying high traffic, guys, I was thinking, like 10,000, 20,000. One variation of this keyword has 75,000. Another one has another 75,000. Another one has 8,100. This is massive. It's super massive. Sorry, just had to interject there.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah, but like Kirk was saying, it's just one keyword and no links. So, and I'm ranking on page 1. So the point is, if I put more effort towards it, which I will probably next week when I'm back in Texas, I'm going to probably push a handful of links. Definitely 3 to 5 links will get me to the top of page 1 for this keyword here. And then just thinking of how do you make money with this, right? So in the pet niche, there's a lot of different ways you could do it, right? I could throw AdSense on there, you just make a quick buck, or I can go the route of pet supplements, pet insurance, Amazon. There's a lot of different ways I could leverage this type of traffic. So that's kind of the goal with this case study site here. Just leverage these powerful domains, get these quick rankings, quick traffic, and then you could decide how you want to go about making money on it. I kind of go over that, at a later date, different strategies, how to make money with the traffic. But just on a top level, it's what you see on the screen right here. So supplements, pet care, Amazon affiliate, whatever. So that's one case study I want to show you with using the auction domains. And the next thing I want to cover is how can you leverage NearMe for client SEO. I would like to gauge the audience and see how many people here are doing client SEO. I guess give me a 1 or something if you're doing client SEO.
Yeah.
Huge.
Got a bunch of people, right?
Hundreds.
All right, sweet. So do you have these clients that complain to you all right, these traffic numbers are low, my traffic is down? I'm sure a handful of you guys hear this complaint here and there. So I'm going to give you a strategy that pretty much you could hit them over the head with and they'll never complain about their traffic ever again. All right. So the first example is we're looking at a branded local domain. So I was doing some research in the San Diego area for a plumber. Now this only works best with branded URLs because let's say you had a EMD like sandiegoplumbing.com and you're trying to go after NearMe as an inner page. You might confuse the search engine. They might think, plumber near me San Diego, but it's going to be very hard to differentiate the two. So this works best with branded domains. Let me just put that out there. Now, let's say I had this client, Black Mountain Plumbing, and they're complaining, whatever. They're not getting all this traffic. They're ranked position 4 or 5 for some of these keywords. Cool. And here's the volume for San Diego plumber. Now, what I would do for this client is find a near me keyword that pertains to their niche. So obviously I'm going to look at plumbers near me. Now if you look at some of the volume here, 18,000 searches a month, CPC $20 a click, that's massive. And that's only one keyword. If you're looking at everything holistically, there's well over 30,000 in volume a month for some of these plumber terms. Look into the emergency plumbing and all these sub high converting topics that you could go over. So this is something that I would look into for a client. Okay, I identified a keyword I could build for my client. So what do you do when you identify the opportunity, right? There's 2 ways to go about this. The first way is you're going to build an internal page on your client's website targeting the exact near me term, all right? And there's literally a science to how you do on-page SEO. And I'm sure Todd and Herc, they showed you guys how they do their process, and it's completely fine to follow the same process. It's nothing magical, but you're building pretty much an inner page. You're targeting your keywords. Make sure you're utilizing your H tags, your your title tag, of course, some alt images and some video if you can. So just make sure you build a perfectly optimized inner page for your client. Then your next focus is to start building quality links to that inner page. Now I'm sure you guys know you know, everyone likes to build links to the home page. You know, that's kind of like what everyone does. But if you're building links to inner pages, it actually helps your home page rank as well. So that's a misconception. Like, you know, if I only build to this one page, would it help my other page rank? And the answer is yes, it actually absolutely will. So that's one way you can go about, you know, helping your client get that extra traffic, right? They'll be super impressed once they see the traffic numbers, you know, skyrocket. And it's less about the client making money on this traffic, because this is more about a search engine strategy. We're building them their website, and that's attracting all of this mobile traffic, and obviously traffic is a ranking signal. You know, so this is something that would help your client substantially. Now, the second strategy is something that I would highly recommend anyone would do, because in this situation, you actually own the asset. You know, so if your client fires you and you build him the inner page that's getting all this traffic, there goes your work. But if you build your own asset, like let's say you got like top plumbers near me or plumbers near me, that's probably not available. I probably bought it. But the point is, you know, you focus on ranking that asset, right? And then what you could do is feature your client on the home page. So this will create a spike in relevant referral traffic. Now, I would like to know in the audience, who here thinks that referral traffic from relevant sources is a positive ranking signal? Give me a 1 if you think it is, or give me a 2 if you're not sure or you never heard of something like that.
You can see that chat screen, eh, Angel?
Yeah, let me see 1 second.
Yeah, it's massive. It's huge.
Okay, so we got a bunch of people saying, let's see.
Oh yeah, lots of ones. Speed twos.
Lots of ones. Okay, great. Okay, great. So yeah, I mean, this is a great way to leverage referral traffic. So, you know, you build out your plumber near me, your roofer near me, your salon near me, whatever it is your client's doing, you know, or if you're a specialized client SEO, you know, I know a guy out in Florida, he just does plumber SEO. I'm sure some of you guys know about him. But something like this would be super beneficial for his clients, because all he does is take on, you know, local plumbers. So imagine, you know, the asset that he could be generating if he built out a NearMe site. You know, it's just substantial. It's crazy.
Yeah, everybody. I'll get. A lot of people are asking about the slides, Angel. So we could zip those up and give them out in the replay. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, guys,
absolutely.
we'll get you those slides for sure.
So what I want to show you guys next is some actual traffic numbers on a handful of my websites, just to give you some proof and concept. So this is a site that this is the case study site that I did in the NearMe Domination series that I recorded. So you can see, you know, literally it's a brand new domain. I started from scratch, and I'm showing people how to get these type of results in a short period of time. Because I'm a firm believer that you can beat the Google sandbox. You know, there's people that struggle with getting out of the sandbox with new domains, but every single time, like there's not one time I get stuck in the sandbox because I follow a specific methodology that gets me out of it fast. So this is one site that, you know, I covered in the training series, and you can see, you know, now it's well over almost 200 visitors a day, and I didn't even monetize it yet. So, you know, just looking at this traffic, holy shit, I got to go back and maybe throw some ads on there, you know, do something with the traffic. So this is Carnage, and it has decent CPC. I think it's like $4 a click or something. Here's another site that I'm doing, and I've been working on this site for a while. It's just more competitive. I'm going up against some pretty big companies like Grubhub and some other companies I don't want to mention. But anyway, you can see here, you know, just the trend is constantly going up, and a lot has to do with, you know, how I'm setting up these websites, you know, the type of link building that I'm doing to these websites, which I will actually show you guys in the next few minutes. We'll actually cover some of that strategy here on this webinar. But you can see here, you know, it's just, it's always a positive trend when you're building these type of sites, and the fact that we have such a really good process of getting rankings and getting this traffic that a lot of the people you're going to go up against, you're just going to stump them on the ground. Like they're not going to beat you up. Here's a higher traffic website. This is a hair salon site. I've been working on this for a while, and the traffic is stable. But you can see like it's well over 1,000 uniques a day. And to give you an idea, right, what you're looking for is what's called a blended algorithm. So, and this is very important to pay attention to, right? This is going to tell you whether you can or you cannot rank for a NearMe keyword. Now, let's say I typed in this keyword, right, and the only thing I see is local results, right? So I got the map listing, and then I have only local results. That's not a keyword that I really want to focus on unless I see some national websites ranking. So in this example, this is what's considered a blended result. So, excuse me, I'm here in Clifton, New Jersey, so I'm going to get a map listing, obviously, right? Now, I'm actually number 1 for this, but before I hit number 1, I was looking at the competition to see what other sites are here. So I noticed that, there's some national sites like Angie's List, like Spot Finder. These are some pretty big companies, Groupon, L. But you can see it's blended, right? It's not only like local, like you got some NYC stuff here, some national sites, and then the map listing. So once you get that cue that, okay, like this is blended, then it's a good opportunity for you to snipe. But this is literally like you could be anywhere in the country and type in, some of these keywords like top hair salons near me or hair salons near me, and my site comes up like at the top. So this is me right here. And again, a lot of the methodology behind these rankings is what I cover in the NearMe series, as far as like the link building methods and just on-page strategy. And, the site's nothing crazy. You guys take a look at it. It's just like a directory, so that's another way you can make money on it. You could sell listings as long as you have like the right sales force that can back up, a sales strategy. But something like this is just a quick AdSense revenue generator. And it's, just it's set and forget, so a site like this makes about $1,000 a month, and I don't work on it. It's not like job-killing income, but if you had 5 of them, that's right there. You quit your job.
There's something else I want to point out here, guys. Like Angel gave you those. Can you back up to that slide where you gave the 2 options? One was the branded and one was...
yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Well, I just want to show you guys something because he showed me something. So strategy 1 was building the internal page on the client's website targeting the NearMe keyword. And number 2 was building out a separate website like Plumbers Near Me. He also showed you, so that's an EMD, guys. If you don't know what an EMD is, it's called an exact match domain. So it's where the keyword that you're targeting is actually the domain name. So Plumbers Near Me, and strategy number 2 is the keyword Plumbers Near Me. It's also the domain. That's what an EMD is. But Angel also showed you more towards the beginning. What he did is he would go out and find an auction domain within the niche. So he'd probably do keyword research first and find a keyword like, pets near me and be like, holy shit, this thing gets 75,000 searches a month. So then what you do is you go look for either expired domains or auction domains that are already in the pet niche. And you buy that domain because it's already got the authority and the trust. If you know how you do your research, right? It's already got everything you need so that when you build your content, you're ranking really, really fast. So that's actually 3 strategies there, guys, not just 2. An inner page on a client site, an auction or an expired domain within the niche, or an EMD. And you could use all 3 of those situations for these keywords.
Absolutely. And then we're here, we're talking about client SEO. We talked about doing a little bit of affiliate with the auction domains. And then there's more models. You could do lead gen. If it's the right near me keyword, just think about it, right? There's, you do a search for lawyers near me, and there's a guy who's who's ranking number 1 for that keyword, and it's strictly lead gen, a national lead gen site. So just think about other industries that, you might have a buyer who will pay you for leads or whatever. Just do your keyword research, and you'll be surprised what you find.
Having a lot of traffic and not knowing what to do with it is a good problem to have.
It really is. It really is.
So I know
there's always somebody that's willing to pay you, for some of your traffic, like outside of like AdSense, or like there's direct buyers that would pay you a decent amount of money just to feature their brand in front of that traffic.
Yeah, because I see a lot of people asking questions like, what do you do, and then how do you do it? And here's the thing, guys, like if you don't know what to do, throw AdSense on it. With this level of keyword volume and searches, just throw AdSense on it so that you're making a few bucks. And these sites, literally, I guarantee you, they can make $1,000 a month with the volume they got. If you do your keyword research properly, I've done it already. there's keywords in NearMe that have 100,000 searches a month and over $10 CPCs. I've seen them, and I'm going to start building them. Throw AdSense on it, start making money while you figure out what a better deal might be. You know what I mean? So
exactly. I mean, there's a bunch of places like OfferVault. There's sites online where you could find other opportunities, lead gen, affiliate, CPA, whatever the case is. But yeah, AdSense is the easiest way to do it, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of just set and forget.
Yeah, look what Tim just said. Just point the leads to land a customer. Do a whisper message. You know, just start sending leads.
You can do that.
You can do a lot of shit.
Honestly, sky's the limit. Like there's no, you know, there's no set path. Like you could create your own path doing this type of strategy, you know? Get creative with it. Think about different angles. But the next portion, guys, I want to cover some of the link building methodologies I use to get some of these rankings. So the first thing I want to cover is how I'm using Amazon S3 to get some powerful backlinks. So I want to know from the audience, is this something that you're familiar with or you're not familiar with? And is this something that you're interested to learn if you don't know about it?
Yeah, this is awesome free info, this part, guys. Everybody wants to know how to get a new killer type of backlink for sure.
All right, sweet. So what you want to do, guys, is sign up for Amazon AWS. It's free to sign up. You do have to provide a credit card. You know, they want to make sure you're a real person, and if you use a lot of bandwidth and you're sending a lot of traffic to some of these links, which we're not doing, then you're cool. You know, but if your goal is to send a ton of traffic to some of these links, you're going to pay a fee or whatever. It's not that much, but you're going to pay something. But anyway, the way it works is, you know, once you sign up for Amazon, I'm going to go to the dashboard so you guys can see how to navigate. You're going to search for what's called S3. And S3 is simply like a repository where you could drop HTML, you can drop videos, you can drop any type of file within a repository. But there's also ways to make these repositories public where Google will index and crawl these links. You know, so the whole point here is we want to build some pretty strong backlinks utilizing Amazon's authority and trust. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it live. Okay, so once you get to S3, what you want to do is create a bucket. And this bucket, you can either target something broad or you can hit the exact keyword. It's up to you. But just for the example, I'm going to use something broad. So let's just do pet stores, all right? So once you create the bucket, you're going to click on the bucket. And this part of it is a little more technical. You need to know some basic HTML. If you don't, there's some templates online where you could just copy and paste, you know, just switch out your title tags, your meta description, your content, and you're good to go. So what I did was earlier I ordered an article from I think it was like iWriter or I Need Articles. It was like a 700-word piece. And I'm using a text editor, Notepad++. I'm sure some of you heard of it, some of you not. But it's just an editor where you could edit your HTML. So what I'm going to do here is just change a few things. So let's see, Shiba Inu breeders near me is what I'm going after, right? So let's see. I'm just going to change this live, guys, so just bear with me for a second. All right, so we have our keyword, and I'm building this link for the Pets Mobility website since I haven't really built any links to it, so I guess now's the perfect time for that. So I'm just going to add some paragraphs here just to space it out a bit. Doesn't look too bad. You know, I'm only going to spend a minute, guys, here, you know, just so we could do this quick, but here you go. Okay. So this is as far as I'm going to go with adding paragraphs. I'm just going to add a link here if you are looking for a pet store. nearby, click here. Okay, so just some basic HTML. There's my link. So what I'm going to do is now save this. And actually, if you want to help your S3 get crawled faster, you can add like a YouTube embed or a map embed if it's something local based, which is obviously what we're doing here. Feel free to add any type of embed onto this template, and get creative. Add some schema to your S3. That's something that I wasn't going to talk about, but you can do that. You can mark up your S3 buckets with schema markup. So what we're going to do here is to save this. And I'm going to call this find pet shop now, right? Or actually, near me. Let me do near me. And you're going to save this as an HTML file, so hypertext markup language. Okay, save. All right, so the next step is after you save this, what you're going to do is go back to S3 and click on upload. And you're simply going to find wherever you saved your file. So it's in the desktop. Let's see if we could find it real quick. Okay, so here it is, find pet shop near me. And then you're going to click on upload. Just take about a few seconds. All right, so after it uploads, what you're going to do is click on it, select actions, and then make public. And then click OK. All right, so here's going to be the public link that you guys created. So you can see here, S3 US West, Amazon AWS. And it definitely looks like crap. If I had more time, I would dress it up a bit, maybe add some images, some type of background or something. But anyway, the whole point is I want to show you guys how to leverage S3 Amazon to get some awesome links. So you can see the backlink right here, pet store nearby. And that points over to my auction pet website. The next thing you want to do is after you make it public, you could just go to submit URL for webmasters, submit URL tool, and get an index right away. So I'm just going to throw that in here, and hopefully it indexes in the next few minutes. If it doesn't, all good.
Just to answer a couple questions here, Robert, DA of these is
Sure.
high, PA would be low.
Yes, absolutely. They're low, but then again, you can boost that up.
Yeah,
So
you can pump it fast.
yeah.
Jonathan Marks, yes. Using Amazon S3 is like a high authority PVN using your own files. Yep.
Exactly.
Yes, there'll be a replay. Yes, they're due follow.
Yep, they do follow. Yep.
Yes, Lance, there will be a replay.
As far as cost goes,
Go ahead, Todd.
I was just going to say, as far as cost goes, guys, I've had an S3 account for years and years and years, and I use them, for high traffic sites, and we can get thousands, hundreds of thousands of visitors to a site, and the bill's $25. So when he says earlier that, you got to sign up with a credit card just to make sure you're real. It's still not expensive at all for the bandwidth and the uses. And they charge for storage too, but these HTML pages are so small that it's hardly even negligible. So it's only a couple of dollars, and you can add, gosh, hundreds of HTML pages here easily, and it won't cost you anything hardly.
Absolutely. And you don't necessarily have to only do this for NearMe, guys. Think about how to leverage this for your current projects. there's so much, so many ways you can leverage this opportunity here. S3 is super powerful, and they actually rank very well. I've seen some S3s rank for like some snoring, like stop snoring keywords, and those are like huge value keywords, and makes a lot of money just easily ranking an S3 bucket. So yeah, guys, this is a quick lesson on how to do S3, and it looks like Google indexed my page already, which is sweet. So hopefully I can get a nice push in the next few days to some of my some of my pages on the website.
Yeah, David says he has gigabytes of videos on S3 and pays 16 cents a month. So yeah, it's extremely inexpensive for the value that you get out of it by using it. And yeah,
absolutely. So I want to cover one more thing if we have time, guys. Are we still good on time?
We're good.
Ask the people. I don't know if they want to hear any more from you, Angel.
I don't know, guys. Let me get some feedback. I mean, I could, I can cut it short, or I can keep going.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, sweet.
Angel's a hacker, guys. He's got tons of good shit like this.
Yeah, only the nighttime I hack. All right, so this is S3. How many people here know about getting powerful backlinks on Google Cloud? Give me a 1 if you're familiar with the backlinking methods using Google Cloud, or give me a 2 if you have no idea. And it's perfectly cool if you don't know. Let's see, what kind of feedback are we getting? I don't think I have the chat box.
It's probably a good thing to cover. Yeah, let's cover it.
All right. Would you say more people do not know about it, or?
Yeah, more 2s for sure.
Yeah, more 2s.
Good.
All right, sweet.
I love when people learn new shit.
Yeah.
Awesome, yeah. So you guys can, take some of this stuff, apply it, get some results, So anyway, same thing with Google Cloud. You're going to sign up for an account. You could use your persona. You could use another persona. It doesn't matter. You got to use a credit card just like S3. But once you're in Google Cloud, what you want to do is click on, let's see, we're going to click on something called storage. If I can find it. Where is it? Okay, right here. So you're going to click on storage. And again, you're going to order, let's say I want to build another link to my pet's website. I'll simply just, edit the HTML file I had and swap it out with the new content, re-optimize the metadata, and then resave it. I'm going to use the same one just to give you guys an example. But what you want to do here is you want to create a new bucket. So similar to S3, right? So we could call this bucket pet stores. I'll just put the main keyword in there. And it doesn't matter what you select here. So I'll just keep it at default, so multi-regional, United States, cool, leave it at that, unless you're in a different country. So we'll click on create. And this is the easiest step. So once you create your bucket, you're just going to upload file. So I'm just going to use the same one because I really don't care. But, I'll probably go ahead and delete it later and add another fresh article just to replace it. But find the file, you open it. There you go. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is just select your file and share publicly. So Google's going to give you a public link that you can go ahead and, you could rank it. You could use it as a backlink to point to your site, to your client site. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You can use it. And this is also a very strong do follow backlink on a Google property pretty much. You know, there's not many people doing Google storage stuff out there, so this is just a quick win for you guys to leverage, you know, some of the authority Google has, of course. Let's see the DA on this. I think it's like a 90 or something.
You know, and Tavis brought this up earlier, you know, the basic concept is you could do this with any, there's a lot of other CDNs out there, content distribution networks, like Google Cloud, like S3, like the two we just showed you. Tavis brought up Rackspace. So there are some other services out there that you can do the same thing with. You're just looking for ones with decent DAs.
Yeah, exactly. And you also want to see if some of these different CDNs actually rank. So I noticed, you know, the S3s and the Google Clouds, like they rank really well right now. There's others, you know, that Travis mentioned that can work as well. I think there's a way to get links on Yahoo Cloud or something, or no, Verizon Cloud, I think it's called. I still haven't got that one in yet, but I'm working on it. But the whole point is, like, it's just a quick win for, you know, anyone. You know, it doesn't matter what type of work you're doing. You can find some opportunity here and, you know, send some awesome links to your targets. And you're not limited to just building this. You know, you could power these up with, like, PBNs or Web 2.0s. Just get more power coming in. But this is how you leverage Google Cloud to get some sweet backlinks, guys.
And you can add backlinks a lot faster to those inner pages with low PA because they're on such a high-powered domain authority. So you can go a little overboard with, you know, the good old fiber links, if you want to call them that, GSA links, stuff like that. Don't get too crazy now. Don't go around and order the 5 million, but, you know, just be a little bit chilled with it and you won't get in trouble. But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of ways to power stuff up. You know, I don't know if it's called source market or whatever, but there's like PBN gigs that you can get, you know, cheaper ones, and this to send it to something like this is perfectly fine, as long as you're not just overusing your anchor text. So like, a perfect example, right? If my keyword is pet store nearby and that points to my money site, I'm not going to hit the tier 2 links with like, you know, pet store near me or pet store. Like, I'm going to do more broad level type keywords just to get the theme built in to this Google Cloud link or to the Amazon, if that makes sense. So yeah, guys, that's the technical part of this webinar. I hope you enjoyed that part of it. You know, I wanted to show you guys something cool, something you can use going forward. You know.
Yeah, let me sum up where we're at here, guys. So what he showed you basically is Google is pushing a new trend. It's called NearMe. It also works with keywords like nearby. There's a whole bunch of them. And these things are killer because they rank nationally. They have massive, massive volume. You can, just like this slide, you can build them. If you're working with a client, you want to show, you know, your muscle in SEO, you can build, you can target a NearMe keyword on their site. But a better thing to do so that you control your assets is either buy an auction domain or an expired domain that's in the niche that you're working with. So if you have like a pet stores near me and you find something that's related to pet stores or animals, buy that domain, build the site there. You have instant authority, rank really quickly. Or you guys can go the EMD route and register a new EMD and build that. And then use Angel's methods for the clouds and the CDNs. The CDN is a content distribution network. You can use those to build links to all of those strategies, to all 3 of those strategies, guys. So that's just like a kind of a quick overview of this whole strategy. And yes, there will be a replay.
Right on.
What do you guys think of that? Let's see what you think of that. Give us a 1 if you think that's pretty killer stuff. Right on.
Okay.
And I think, Angel, you already showed that link was already indexed, right?
Yeah, they picked it up already.
They picked it up, guys. I don't know if you noticed that, but I think it took them like 30 seconds, and Google picked that link up that fast. Yeah, that was the link you just built.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 30 seconds.
If I put more work, yeah, literally, if I put more work into this actual build, like it'll probably hit like page 2, page 3 right away. So and I've tested this thoroughly, but if you're getting links on ranking pages, you get a bigger push. So let's say I built out, like 5 LSI type of S3s or Google Clouds, and I focus on getting those ranked individually for those specific long tails, and they all push links over to my site. I see better performing, rankings just doing that strategy alone. Just a key takeaway using some of this stuff here.
Cool. All right, so what we're going to do, guys, is actually Angel has, is that where you're going to go now, Angel, to show the course, like the NearMe Domination, like the full-on course?
Yeah, sure. If you wanted to give them maybe a sneak preview, Eric.
Yeah, so guys, this was like the quick, here's the strategy and a couple, like a free way. Like you guys know we like to like give you value on the webinar. So like I wanted Angel to show you, here's a way to do it. Here's how you do the keyword research. Here's what you're looking for. And then here's a way to rank your sites with a bunch of stuff. But what he has is he has a completely high-level overview of this entire strategy. Let me grab it for you. I want to actually show it to you.
Do you want to take presenter, Herc?
Yeah. Okay, let's do that.
Okay. All right, you should be good.
All right, let me see. And I want to show you guys this because this is actually killer. So I'm going to go here. Can you tell me when you guys can see my screen? Give me a 1.
I can see it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, so this is this course that Angel actually put this course out. And like we said, no, guys, Angel doesn't do a lot of this stuff. Like he doesn't have a course coming out every week and launching like on PSv2 like crazy people do. He has really, really good quality info that he puts out. Like, man, you have never put out a course before, have you, Angel? Like you.
This is my first course.
This is his first course, guys. I can tell you for a fact, we're the second person, like Todd and I, Project Supremacy, Keyword Supremacy, and Ad Supremacy members, so Supremacy. We're only the second person to even show you guys this course. Angel doesn't want this course going out to a ton of people. I think his cap was like 400 people only because we don't want, you guys know how things work. When too many people find a strategy like this, it gets used and abused, and then Google starts, doing what they do to things and makes it tougher. So we're going to keep the numbers way, way down on this. But if you guys want to get this course, let me show you what's in this. It's called the NearMe Domination course. It's kind of like the overview that you saw right there. I'll go into the more detailed stuff here because you want to see this. So your introduction, your research, it's going to cover how to do your SEM research, how to find the keywords with Longtail Pro. But you guys that have keyword supremacy, you should know how to do that. Just use %/NearMe, and it'll give you all that. How to do your keyword and your niche selections. But then it starts getting really nitty-gritty here, guys, the implementations. This part's really, really cool. Exactly how to set up your money site, how to optimize, so how to optimize your sites so that you're ranking for all the alternatives, so like the near-me's, the nearbys, the close-to-me's, all that shit. And then link building. Some of the cool stuff that he's covering in the Angel Cruz kind of hackaway, guys, is like how to use like 301 redirects. So for instance, if you're out there and you're buying an auction domain or an expired domain, and you'll be able to look up the pages that used to exist on that site that have power and how to properly 301 those to the home page so that you're getting faster ranking for these keywords. He also covers how to use 301s to go out and buy other domains to 301 to a money site. So if you're doing like an EMD or if you're doing like a Web 2.0 ring around the money site, you can use 301 redirects to that. So there's a bunch of different ways to use 301s. He covers it in there. Okay, stacking, using press releases. He even covers PBN stuff, guys. Like, and I know a lot of people always ask about PBN. So Angel's got a section in here all about how to buy, build, and set up a PBN. Okay, this is all part of that course. So there's a ton of stuff in here that kind of, it's really the full picture of the NearMe kind of domination. And then the monetization methods, guys, how to monetize these courses, what to do with all this traffic, because I already saw a ton of questions like people asking, well, what do I do with all this traffic? And we cover that, but he covers it as well. And these are all video lessons. So it's a super awesome course with the extreme detail level of how to really capitalize on the whole NearMe kind of tactic. Does that kind of cover it? Angel?
Yeah, it pretty much does. It's essentially over the shoulder, guys. So what I did was, like, as I'm going through like the niche selection, keyword selection, like I'm setting it up as I'm doing the video. So you guys are seeing like this full disclosure of process and, you know, what I'm doing to get, you know, the quick rankings. I think the case study site that I covered in the course was ranking on page 1 the first month. And I think now it's like on page 1 for like a 500K keyword. I think if you do like a, I don't know if I should tell you guys the keyword or not, but anyway, I do cover it in the course, and you know, I just go over everything.
Okay, so we're gonna
I'm not
drop.
really here to sell you on it, but it's all result driven.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop that link because I already see a ton of people asking. So do you want? I'm gonna give you back the presentation here, Angel, but I'm gonna drop this link for you guys who want to check out this course, and then I'm gonna send this back over to Angel, and we'll stay on and do some. What am I doing? Here we go.
Do you get to change presenter?
I'm like trying to show my face on screen. There, did I get you? Yeah, there you go. You got it, eh?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Cool. So you guys can definitely get some access. You know, get a view. Here's
There's the link for
guys.
everyone.
Check it out.
Yeah.
But definitely, if anybody has any questions or feedback, you know, let me at it.
Well, there is one thing I want to add to this. So for everybody that's on the webinar right now, I'm going to drop a file. So this is for you guys just because you came and you stayed on the webinar. I'm going to drop a file with a huge list of NearMe keywords that I went and did a bunch of research for. So let me grab this. So what I did, guys, is I basically went to Google and I typed in like NearMe, and then I did that A-B-A-C thing. I did that for the entire alphabet and pulled out all the best NearMe keywords. So it's a shit ton of keywords. And I'm going to drop that in your link right now. So that's your bonus for coming on the webinar for anyone that wants to use those keywords as a good starting point. So let me grab that for you. Okay. How do I add a file? Does anybody know how I add a file to the webinar?
Good question.
I know I can do it. I just don't know how to do it. But for anybody that buys, so I'm going to figure this out here in a second, guys. But for anybody that buys the NearMe Domination course right now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give you that same list, but I'm also going to give you the search volume, okay, the CPC and the AdWords competition for that same list. Now, that's for buyers. So for anyone that's on the webinar, I'll just give you the keywords, what they are, and you can go and do your own research. But for anybody who gets the course, the NearMe Domination course, I'll give you that entire list with all the metrics as well. And let me just read a few of these off here. I won't read the keywords, but I'll read the metrics. They're like ridiculous. So I have 2 keywords, guys, with CPCs over $1 that have over 450,000 searches per month. 450,000 just for the NearMe. And then there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 keywords over 300,000, 3 over 200,000, like 12 over 100,000. I'm seeing $12 CPCs, $9 CPCs, $5 CPCs. Here, I'll just give you guys one live on OBGYN. Do you guys know what that is? And what an OBGYN is? It's not exactly. I know it's kind of like a birth doctor or something, a baby doctor. Yeah. OBGYN NearMe, guys. There's one for you. This is a free one, okay? It's 74,000 searches a month with a $5 CPC.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's
medical, so you know there's money in that niche.
It's medical, exactly. So you guys think if you rank for OBGYN NearMe on a national level, what you can do with that, okay? So I'm going to give you this entire list. There's, let me see, anyone that gets it, there's 134 keywords. They're all NearMe keywords. They have the monthly search volume, the CPC, the AdWords competition, meaning how many people are paying for that keyword, meaning that if they're paying Google, they may pay you as well as the AdSense value, and most of them are 100. So AdSense value basically means, you know, can you make money? So buyers will get that 134 keyword list with the metrics. Everybody else, I'm going to give you that list without the metrics right now.
Go to handouts, Herc, and it's right there. Drop the file.
Handouts, thank you. View handouts.
But a big value is a Facebook group, and I know you guys know firsthand because you're in that group and you see what goes on in there. But we cover a lot more advanced stuff in there, and just a lot of results that are coming up in the past few weeks of new members that joined. You can see here I actually brought up some of the testimonials, but some of these guys are getting like rankings a day later. Like it doesn't matter if you're in America or not. I have one of our members is actually in Australia, and he's going after a keyword that gets like 30,000 searches a month, and the second day he literally hits position 22 with no backlinking. So you can only imagine, like, he's probably already on page 1. I wouldn't be surprised. This was about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, there's a lot of pros in that group, guys. A lot of really long-time, smart SEO players in that group, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I see a lot of familiar names in there.
Where the hell's that handout, Todd? I didn't see it.
Just below polls. Kind of like did you undock your questions box?
Here, let me do that. Okay.
So it's questions, polls, handouts, and chat. It's actually above the chat box then.
I don't have handouts.
Drop it to me in Skype.
Yeah, all right. I'll send this to Todd and he can upload it to you guys. Does anybody, while we're doing this, just if you guys have any questions about the whole thing, feel free to ask Angel your questions. You can see that questions box, right, Angel? You can see the questions coming in.
Let me see. I think I can.
Yeah, just open that up, and I'm sure a lot of people have a lot of questions.
Undock it if you can, Angel. You can see a lot better if you undock it from the administration panel. There's that little kind of a triangle with an arrow on it.
Oh, I see. I got you.
Yeah, click that, and it'll undock, and then you can scoot it over to your other screen and make it bigger.
Yeah, I'm working on a laptop, so I only have one screen right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here you go, Todd. I'm putting that in your Skype so you can give that to everybody.
Okay.
Leonard, surefire way of getting an auction domain. I can tell you guys this. Okay, so anybody that wants to know how to go out there and kind of kickstart this and with the method of buying either an auction domain or an expired domain that's niche specific to the NearMe keywords that you want to target, if you go to hercmagnus.com, I have a 2 video series that teaches you how to analyze expired and auction domains to make sure that they're clean and they're relevant and they're indexed and all that good shit, and that's for free. So you could just go to hercmagnus.com and it'll teach you how to look at those domains for free. It says there's a video 3, but I chose not to shoot video 3 because it was just, that information was honestly a little too powerful to release. But 1 and 2 are so awesome. You'll be able to learn how to analyze those kind of domains and know that you're getting good stuff.
Absolutely. A lot of people here asking, can you use .me as a TLD? And the answer is yes, you can. Some of my biggest websites are .me. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your TLD is. As long as you have the keyword within your URL, you'll be fine. And it doesn't have to be exact match. It could be best keyword near me or top keyword near me. So, don't get stuck on on that on getting the URL pretty much. You can mix it up a bit.
I also saw someone asking about subdomain near me. So could you do a nearme.domain.keyword, or is that getting a little
Absolutely
crazy?
Can. Absolutely. The trick with that is if you're going to do subdomains, do it on a high DA, and you'll be very surprised with how fast you can rank. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. No upsells. I'm not that type of guy. I'm not saying that's bad. I hope I didn't offend nobody, but nah, that wasn't my goal here.
Yeah, no upsells, guys. No upsells. Just the course, like how I showed you. Kate is asking, is there a tutorial in keyword supremacy for near me? Basically, guys, it's pretty simple. All you're going to do is type in, go to keyword supremacy, go to Google, the Google tab, and type in % near me, and that's going to scrape Google for A words near me, B words near me, C words near me, and then you could take it a step further, type in the letter A, then % near me, and now that's going to give you A words near me, A B words near me, A C words. You can really take it really, really far, and it's really, really simple in keyword supremacy. And then you can also do that with nearby and all those other variations. I think, Angel, what was there, like 4 or 5 like pretty solid variations of near me?
Yeah, there's like close by, nearest, near you.
Right.
There's a handful.
So you could do all that with keyword supremacy. It's a really fast way to scrape near me keywords out of Google with metrics. And I'll drop that link for you again. Someone's asking for the link. Let me drop that link in the chat box again for you guys. And Angel, can you put it back up on the on this presentation screen?
Yeah. Sure.
Now I see handouts. What the hell? Okay, here's the link again for anyone that wants to grab that advanced level course with Angel. How do you join? How do you get into your advanced Facebook group after? Is there a link in the email or something, Angel?
Yeah, so we're gonna have to add everyone individually. So I guess between Todd and Herc, we need to go over who's joining us, and I'll get everyone added in. So no sweat, guys.
So we can take a list of the buyer emails and email them the link. Cynthia, just go to hercmagnus.com and look for the PBN videos. That's gonna teach you how to analyze expired domains, auction domains, which can also be used. That's what kind of Angel taught here. You don't have to use expireds and auctions just for PBNs. You can actually use them for money sites. And the advantage to doing that is that they already have a ton of relevant backlinks if you keep the content the same. So if you go out there and you find an auction domain or an expired domain that used to be a pet store, you can target pet-related keywords on that money site. You can turn it into a money site, and you have all the backlinks, since it used to be a pet store, are probably pet store-related backlinks. So it's all very topically relevant. So you just turn it into a NearMe site for, dog grooming or veterinarians or, all kinds of shit. Like, use your imagination. There's a ton of this stuff.
Right.
I see this question.
Yeah, just to clarify, if you're using auction, don't optimize for NearMe on the homepage level. Just laser down on the inner page like I did here. So like find pet services near me, and then I have the individual services where I'm optimizing for each keyword individual.
Good tip. So homepage, keep that probably relevant to what it was or whatever.
Yeah, like for instance, this is optimized for like pet tips and information, like online pet resource. So positioning it like an authority almost, and then you laser in on your inner pages.
Welcome in, Robert. Welcome in, Kate. There's a whole bunch of people that came in right on. Welcome in to everybody that came in. That's awesome. This is a killer course. I saw some guy, people were buying domains on the webinar already. Somebody got SEOs near me. That's awesome. If you guys tell me what
you should do a SEO hero near me if you're doing the Wix challenge.
Let me see.
I heard someone just did a post about the Wix challenge and beat them. He did a post about the whole SEO hero blog post telling people about the offer, and he went and outranked them with that post.
Yeah, I think I saw him. He had like a video too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what? I see people having an issue with that list of keywords in the XLS file, so I'm going to send it again as a text file. Here you guys. Check this out. Let me see if I can do this. There's a huge list of near me sites. I just put it in your box, but I'll put it in a text file. No, sorry, not near me sites, near me keywords.
Yeah, everyone's getting the NearMe keywords. People were asking, there's no metrics on that file, but there will be. We'll deliver the other spreadsheet that has metrics, of course, for all the buyers. It's kind of our bonus. It's kind of our way of giving something else to add value.
Okay, here, Todd, I'm going to send you that as a text file because somebody's having issues opening it. So we'll send a text file in the handouts.
Another thing I wanted to mention about monetization, and we're kind of trying to find a spot to throw this in here. You know, you guys got to remember that if you get a NearMe site ranking #1, basically anyone, let's just say the U.S., is at their computer and they search for something, they hit the NearMe, and you're #1. That's like you're #1 nationally, like almost anywhere where they click on the NearMe drop-down, or even if they type it in. And so that's a massive amount of traffic that's going to be coming. And you know, if you don't have a way to, you may not have a client in every city, but you can outsource, or not outsource. You can sign up for other services that do have those clients. And I'm going to give you one site that I like to use called Ring Partner. Okay, ringpartner.com has a handful of niches, and there's a lot of various services like Ring Partners. All you have to look up is pay-per-call services or pay-per-call lead gen and things like that. And you can find those services that, well, what you sign up for, they will give you the phone number to put on your sites, and if those numbers are called, you get a percentage of the revenue generated. They've already closed the clients, they already taken their money, and then they pay you a percentage of that phone call. So be sure and check that out. I would go out and find, when you're planning out your NearMe Domination sites, go and look at some of those pay-per-call sites and sign up for them, and start putting those phone numbers on your pages, on your sites. I see a lot of these NearMe sites built as directories. Here's another way. So you saw one, Angel gave an example earlier where after you land on the NearMe page, it says enter your zip code. And once they enter that zip code, it brings up a listing of businesses in that area that pertain to that niche. And, you know, based on their zip code, based on the city that they're typing in there, based on that zip code, which then, you know, relates to a large city or a suburb or something, you can find those numbers that you can put on the top of that page. You know, call here now to, you know, get some service or whatever. You could do that, and they could, you know, give you a call. You get a percentage of that phone number. You could also, once you have a directory listing of a ton of businesses, some of those businesses are going to find those listings and be like, wow. And you also need to have on this page, like, you know, an advertising URL or something like that, and then publish your stats, like how many views or whatnot that you're getting on those pages. And then you can sell those companies that contact you, or you can even reach out to them and ask them if they would like to pay you, you know, 25, 50, 100 bucks a month, depending on the amount of traffic that's coming to that page. You can also do that. Sell them what's called like a sponsored listing, which puts their company's information at the top of the page. You know, that form of monetization isn't anything that new. I know I was doing that probably about 5 years ago. There are certain WordPress plugins out there that you can use to set up and import all these listings. And correct me if I'm wrong, Angel, but you do have some information regarding that.
Yeah, absolutely. I cover that in the course more.
Exactly.
But that's a great model that you just outlined right now. I mean, just think of it like this, guys. Like if you're adding listings to your directory, and let's say your NearMe inner page is ranking for that company's brand name, I'm pretty sure this company is typing in their brand name here and there to see what results come up. And if your NearMe site's on page 1, best believe they're going to click on that and claim that listing. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, and kind of. Go ahead.
I was just going to finish that off saying, yeah, importing, you know, first of all, scraping business listings, importing them into your WordPress site. There's a many different plugins that can help you accomplish those goals, and Angel also helps you go over that in his course as well. So, yeah, sponsored listings are great. Pay-per-call is great. Rent the page is great. There's all kinds. AdSense is great. There's so many different forms of monetization, but you really should look into that before you start planning out the site that you want to build. I would look into some of those high-paying pay-per-call systems out there.
You know what's a safe bet too, guys, is like when you are doing your keyword research for these NearMe sites, is just make sure that there's a lot of AdWords advertisers paying money for those keywords, like that you see a lot of AdSense in your keyword tools that you're seeing a high CPC, which means people are spending money on it. If they're spending money on it, there's a good bet that if you go to a call, center like Ring Partner, that the chances are high that they're going to be able to sell those leads. It's just a safe way to look at things. And it's that service Todd talked about was Ring Partner, guys. And another thing I saw a couple people kind of asking this, and I wanted to kind of clarify it too, is they're saying, well, what do you do like locally with this sort of site when you're ranking nationally? And the point is, guys, is like, let's say you're in Orlando and someone is searching from, you ranked, pet store near me is what your site is, pet stores near me. And someone from Orlando does a search, that site is going to show up even though that person's from Orlando, okay? Right. So now if someone's over in LA across the states and they type in pet stores near me, same search, that site's going to pop up again. So you're literally ranking locally and nationally. Okay, so it's the best of both worlds. You can still work with local clients on this shit. It's just you get the local and the other ranking.
Right, and then to counter that as well, if you want to, you could just leverage the referral traffic. So just have a featured banner that points to your client or something, or something that could send over referral traffic to send those positive signals over to your client's local site. So there's just ways you could leverage it.
All right, guys, we got about 20 minutes left, and then we're going to wrap it up. So we'll give you guys about 20 more minutes to ask any more questions that you may have. We've already got the link out there. We've got a bonus Excel spreadsheet. Herb, did you send me the other one, the free one? Yeah, yes, you did. Let me get that into the chat box for you guys. Let's see it. NearMe attendees that text. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to mention, I think Angel said it initially, and I just want to let you guys know that there's already about 100 people inside of this NearMe Domination course, and we're capping it at 300. So we're only going to let 200 more in. We've discussed this at length, and the opportunity is here and now for the NearMe strategy, and we don't want to oversaturate it too much. So just letting you guys know. I know that was said earlier in the webinar, but I just wanted to repeat that again. So if you guys want to get in, we're probably going to be halfway there by tomorrow, and we'll probably just leave this open for a couple more days or until we sell the 200. Okay. All right. Let me.
Jason, do you prefer the expired or the EDM? Expired's probably going to be a little bit of a faster ranking, to be honest. But they're both good. EDMs, EMD are extremely powerful, guys. Like, don't ever underestimate the power of EMDs. I don't care what anyone says. They're powerful. Sorry, my place is going crazy here. There we go.
What you could do is pick up both, right? Pick up an EMD and then pick up an auction and rank both of them. They're both helping each other out.
Handouts don't accept text files. Let me rename this.
Let's see. How many S3 links can you point at a single site without overdoing it?
I would do 3 at max, like 1 to the home page, maybe 2 to inner pages. But that's just what I would do, Some people might be more aggressive than that, but.
Sam, this is a good question. Can you rank the pages after ranking them? And absolutely, man, that's like probably one of the best strategies because of the fact that you're ranking, you can rank nationally. You can actually target nationally too, meaning, you're targeting each city or each state. And if you're targeting statewide, that's obviously worth more money than citywide. So like say, for instance, you do a pet store near me, all of Alabama or all of California or whatever to a pet store chain that operates inside of California, that's a massive, massive value because you're ranking nationally, right? So if they're like a chain, they're going to want that traffic. So you can rent individual city pages, you can rank state or province pages, you can do all that stuff.
Absolutely.
It's really, really smart to do as well. And actually, Todd and I do have a software coming, hopefully in the next few weeks, that'll make that whole process a lot easier.
Yes, we do. And by the way, I uploaded a doc, a DLC, a Word doc. It would not accept the text file for some strange reason, so I renamed it to a doc. WordPress doc is in your handouts area now.
What is that doc for?
The text file you sent me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I had to rename it.
Guys, we'll put the slides on the replay page. We'll zip them up into a zip file. And then we'll and for everyone that's wondering how you're going to get the replay, well, just, watch your email. It'll probably come out tonight or tomorrow morning early, the replay of this webinar and the slides and everything like that. I see so many people that is this one guy's like, I already bought a bunch of EMDs.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. That's the thing. You got to take action, right? Like when you guys learn these courses, like if you're not taking action, you're kind of wasting your time. You have to take action. They work really well. Tell us about your new product. We're kind of going to have to wait on that one, Jonathan. Basically, it's going to give you the ability to rank out individual pages or entire sites. It's the software, the idea isn't that new. There's other people that do it. It's the things that we do that's going to be different, but we can't talk too much about that yet. No, Greg, I can't really say the name of stuff yet. Attaboy Bob. He's like, I'm not even going to sleep tonight. Kyle, he's already got legit directories that make money and they rank already, so this is just going to put it on steroids. That's awesome. Simon just told me that right now, guys, Namecheap has EMDs on sale, the .me versions, for 38 cents.
Ooh, there you go. I think after this webinar, I'm gonna go scoop up.
Somebody's going to grab that list that we gave them and just register everything.
Right?
Oh, man. Going there now. Wow. Yeah, I see a lot of .me's ranking, that's for sure.
Oh, Kyle, how will this put them on steroids? Just target the NearMe keywords, man. Those keywords get so much search volume, right? Here's the thing, guys, like, it's the words near me that is getting the volume. It's not pet stores has a lot of volume, right, on its own, or OBGYN or plumbers near me or whatever. It's the fact that the near me is getting added and getting pushed by Google. Google added the words near me to auto suggest so that it's easier for people to get what they want fast. But that counts as a search, right? So when you go into your phone or anybody in the world goes into their phone and they start typing in plumber, Google automatically suggests near me, and a lot of people are just clicking it right away. So it counts as a keyword research towards near me. So targeting the full keyword, not just plumbers or dog groomers or whatever service, it's the word with near me in it. Those are the ones that are getting shit tons of volume, okay? And that's why you want to target that variation with the word near me in it. It also makes it more long tail, which most people aren't targeting the words near me in their keywords, which is why it's easier to rank. So just target those, target the words with near me in it or nearby or all those other, variations that were covered.
Right. Check this out, though. This is interesting here, right? So I did a broad search for pet stores, and it actually gets less volume than the near me term.
Yeah, there you go.
That is interesting.
And that's probably because Google's people are typing in pet stores, and Google's auto-suggesting the near me, and it's relevant to them, so they click it, and more people are searching the near me because of that.
Right. proof is in the pudding right here.
Yeah, there you go,
I mean,
guys.
you would think that a broad match would get more volume for for something like that.
And that's more than double. It's not even
Exactly.
more. It's more than double. So, yes, Kevin, you can do a plumber near.me. Have you tested that, Angel, like where you're using near.me?
Yep. Type this in right now. Type in, I'll show you right now. Actually, I'll do it. And this is actually one of the biggest keywords, but anyway. I think I showed you and Todd this. So let's see what we got here. So I'm in Clifton, New Jersey again, and here's my site. I'm beating out some pretty big companies, but this is a .me.
So top restaurants near.me. So yeah.
Yeah.
And that was 135 million competition there, by the way. That was humongous.
Yeah, and that's not even like the main. Like the main is like just, it's ridiculous how much traffic the main term gets, but this is just, still a really good keyword here. And, there's companies that are dropping a lot of money for some of these searches here, like Grubhub, like I mentioned earlier. And
yeah, like
TripAdvisor.
Think about even a restaurant, like think about any big restaurant chain that's nationwide. Like think of an Olive Garden or a Red Lobster or shit like that. Do you think they're going to want that kind of traffic? You know what I mean? Like you're outranking all these things. People aren't looking for, Olive Garden, Lobster, Red Lobster, or whatever. They're typing in restaurants near me. Olive Garden's going to want to show up for that. Red Lobster is going to want to show up for that. Because, I mean, that's a ton of traffic, and that's what branding is. And there's so many ways to do this.
Yeah, you got your open tables, your Groupons, but yeah, that's just proof of concept that .me does get doesn't make a difference. Honestly, you get the same results.
Guys, sorry if you missed it earlier. The cheap domains are at namecheap.com, and I believe it's a Cyber Monday deal because I'm looking at it now, and some of the stuff that I'm looking up that's available is the .me first of all. So you do keyword near.me, and I'm actually seeing 45 cents, and it says Cyber Monday on it. So yeah, you might want to stay up late and grab as many of those as you can. If you're in the course, I see a lot of people have already joined. If you're still on the call and you've joined, give me a little something there. I don't know, just a one, I guess. Let me know. Welcome you guys, and I'm in or something like that. Yeah.
Welcome, guys.
Right on.
I'll give them another one. Here's a good one, guys. That's coming up. You guys want another free one? I'll give you the metrics.
I want one.
You probably already know this one. Dispensaries.
Oh
yeah.
Guys, marijuana, the legalization of marijuana that's coming across Canada and the USA, dispensaries are going to be huge. And dispensaries near me right now is 135,000 searches a month. So, and remember, guys, there's plural and then there's singular version of these searches. There's near me, there's nearby. So you could literally go into dispensaries near me and then find out what are the slang words for dispensaries, head shops, stuff like that. There's dispensaries, head shops, weed stores. You build your site and you target everything. You target all the singulars, the plurals, the slang words, near me, nearby. And with 135,000 searches, easily, I bet you one of these sites can easily target over 1 million searches a month. Easily.
Absolutely.
I'll give you one more. Currency exchange near me. 75,000 searches a month. Okay, that's it. That's all I'll give you. Potheads near me.
I think I saw like something like escorts near me. I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
Oh yeah, there's tons, man. There's tons.
Yeah. A lot of weird niches, but still, like there's even if there's not a product or a direct service, there's still the AdSense you could leverage. So
Yeah, and you guys with the things that keyword supremacy can do, you know, to be able to suggest words near me, and then if you get into, you know, if you work your mentality on how do I search for things, okay, you could go to Google and you could literally type in what are the most expensive surgical procedures, okay, and you're going to get a list of expensive surgical procedures, and you can find out what those doctors are actually called, and then attach NearMe to it. And you could do that for literally anything what are the most expensive surgical procedures? What are the most expensive home repairs? What are the most expensive, you know, anything? And now you're looking at facelifts, and you're basically training yourself to think big so that you can get into a niche and then attach NearMe's to it. And this doesn't even have to be NearMe. This is just general SEO and how do you find keywords, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so massive and so wide open right now. Like, even in my list, I look and I see like crazy stuff. Rheumatologist, like I don't even know what the hell that is, but it's got 22,000 searches a month and a $4.50. 22,000.
Man, look at that.
And a $5 CPC.
And the quick indicator to know that, you know, you're going to rank pretty fast is if no one has the exact match domain, of like no one registered it and you have it, you're going to do well.
Yeah.
You'll face more competition if some of these EMDs are already taken or whatever, but with the stuff you learn in the course, you're most likely going to beat them out anyway. So.
See, and Greg Young just told me he's like, rheumatologist is for arthritis. So here's the thing, guys. You go rheumatologist near me. You go arthritis doctor near me, arthritis clinic near me. You find out what are other types of arthritis. You find out what are other names of arthritis. That's how you think laterally, guys. Horizontally means, you know, you're looking for niches or keywords in a doctor niche or a home repair niche. Thinking laterally is, how do I find more keywords in the doctor niche? What are other names for doctors? What are other names for procedures? And that's how you, like, use keyword supremacy for that. Use Google for that. Use Google things like most expensive, top lists, shit like that. And it just opens up the whole world to you.
I think we blew up Namecheap. I found some good ones I'm trying to register, and yeah, what a coincidence. It's awesome.
Good timing, right?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Here's another tip. Here's another. This is actually kind of a question and a tip. So you guys on this webinar, a lot of you already know that I have a site called Mesh Lawsuit Claims that's getting, I had my first $100 a day AdSense day on that, and that was on like 8 clicks. I get my first 3 clicks that day, each paid me $25 on that click. Now, if I did something like a lawyer near me or a mesothelioma lawyer or a hernia mesh lawyer near me, could I 301 that traffic over to an AdSense site?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Not only, number one, I could put AdSense on the site, I could, like, if for any reason I could side door, I always think side doors, guys. This is like a side door tactic. I could side door into an AdSense site, so I could do near me's on one site, build up that traffic, and 301 it over to my high paying AdSense site. Like, I don't know.
That's an interesting concept right there.
Oh yeah. I don't know how AdSense would love it and for how long if all of a sudden I started getting like crazy, because I'm making a lot of money with that site. But I mean, guys, this is what I'm trying to get at is like how to think, you know what I mean? Like how to think laterally and vertically and just all the ideas and possibilities that are available to you. Like even Angel, there you go. You heard him. He's like, oh, that's an interesting idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think that's how you got to do it though. Just think out of the box, you know?
Yep. Yes, Gerald, because he asked, would a singular name work? Like, for example, would doctor near me be better or worse than doctors near me? And it's the same. Like, either one will work.
Yeah, just if anything, like you just target the plural version in your anchor text throughout your content. So there's, you know, it's not going to be better or worse. It's going to be the same.
Yeah, Gerald, and I don't know if you're a Project Supremacy member, but If you are, you should go into the webinars that Todd and I did that teach on-page optimization, and it'll show you how to rank for, how to optimize a single page to rank for the plurals, as well as the singulars, as well as other words that are similar. And it's all just through balancing out all those words throughout your on-page factors. So like your title, your URL, your H1, your description, and your content. You can rank for all that stuff. You can rank for like literally, I have sites that I rank for like 7 or 8 big ass keywords on a single page. It's called grouping, and that's what Project Supremacy was kind of based around. And if you're not familiar with it and you are a Project Supremacy member, definitely go watch those webinars in the members area of Project Supremacy. If you're not a Project Supremacy member, you should probably grab that plugin. Yeah, don't tell your wife, Anthony. Just make money. Tell her that part. It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Tip of the day.
Tip of the day. And you don't have to ask for forgiveness if you have a check. You're like, baby, I bought a $400 course. And she's all pissed off. Yeah, but I make $1,000 a month now. And then she won't be mad no more. Gerald, just go to projectsupremacy.com for anybody. So guys, Todd and I basically are now creating a bigger brand, Supremacy. So Project Supremacy is our optimization plugin. Keyword Supremacy is our keyword research tool. We also have AMP Supremacy, which is a free plugin from the WordPress repository for creating mobile pages, amping your mobile pages. SEO Supremacy is coming, which is going to be the central portal to one ring to rule them all sort of thing. We don't have that yet, Dominic. But current Project Supremacy members, it won't be free, but there will be a good deal for sure. Because we're spending a shit ton of money redeveloping from the ground up.
Yeah, it'll have a lot of paid APIs in it too, so it's kind of thing.
Jason's going to buy Supremacy near me. That's okay, dude. You do it.
That's if Trump didn't get it already.
All right, guys, any more questions? If there's anybody that has a question and they're kind of asking it and not getting it answered, or if you wanting to buy but you need to get your question answered, please ask that now. We're going on 2 hours here pretty quick.
Yeah, we've got about 10 more minutes left. Yeah, we're probably going to be halfway sold out by tomorrow. So, yeah, we'll leave this up for a few more days.
What's a good one?
Or until we sell out.
Julie, if you're using the NearMe strategy on a local service site and it ranks in a state on the other side of the country where they don't provide a service, how's that going to work? Well, that's a good problem to have, Julie. That's something that you do not worry about. You know what I mean?
Think about referral partners that your client can now work with across the country, across the, like whatever the case is. Like there's ways where your client would be happy to have that problem. You know, like
oh yeah,
he might know somebody in the a different state or whatever, and start referring deals out, and you might get a cut because you're the one that made it happen.
That's the best kind of problem to have. That's like I have too much business. That's definitely a good problem, and all it requires is a little bit of creative thinking to learn how to monetize that extra traffic. The worst case scenario, Julie, is that traffic just goes nowhere. It goes to the garbage, right? Like, but that's still, I mean, you're better off to have it and not need it than to not have it and need it, right? Yeah, Russ, it does. The course covers, you cover how to build the WordPress sites and stuff.
Yeah, everything is done from scratch, literally. Like you guys see it as I'm building it, so I'll show you what I'm doing exactly.
It's an over-the-shoulder based course, guys, but it covers, like, it's not just about NearMe. It also covers stuff like how to rank them, how to build PBNs, keyword research, niche research, AdSense monetization, CPA, monetization. So it's a lot of stuff. Do you cover directory training in there at all? How to set up like directory style?
I have some stuff in my Facebook group, so as soon as you get in there, you'll have access to that. But I will shoot a video in the near future going into that in more detail. So, but there is some foundation stuff with directories on the Facebook group.
Anthony, can you mention what are the additional things you'll learn in the course that we haven't seen today? Well, that's kind of like saying, can you give me the course without getting it?
Yeah, I think you did like a screen share of what's in the course, kind of like the titles. So just check out the replay if you didn't see that.
Yeah, there's a lot in there. And we kind of mentioned too, PBNs, monetization, all kinds of stuff. One thing I wouldn't do, Greg just kind of mentioned Orange County drug rehab. Guys, don't limit yourself by putting in a geo modifier like Orange County. I mean, you can, but you're kind of going to confuse Google because you're adding a geo modifier, which means you're targeting a local.
Exactly.
So
you go back to that slide. We actually went over that. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, like if you target the geo, then it's going to confuse the NearMe query. It's going to target NearMe in Orange County. So
you'll lose out on all that extra traffic.
Right. You could do an Orange County inner page, so you have your whatever drug rehabs NearMe /OC Orange County, or however you want to structure that URL. But that would be a better way to do it.
Yeah, and that's more like the directory style where you have like a pet grooming NearMe /Orange County directory or page, and then you're doing more directory style.
Yeah, I love that niche, by the way. So just saying.
Oh God, going back to thinking horizontally, guys. Pets. How many freaking services are there for pets? You know what I mean? If you think pet groomers, pet veterinarians, pet health specialists, doggy daycares,
hospitals,
kennels, like overnight kennels. I mean, that's just in the pet niche. Like
exactly.
It's psycho. It's psycho to think how much stuff there is. Thinking horizontally. Always remember that, guys. Think horizontally.
That's a real critical point. I like that.
All right. Any more questions, guys? If not, anybody that's having any issues ordering and say you can't order before we close the webinar, please send a support ticket. I'm going to pop the support link in the chat box right now. Okay, if you can't order for any reason, please send in a support ticket to supremacy.freshdesk.com. The link is in your chat. Or just support at Project Supremacy is the email if you want to just send in the ticket. Because I know PayPal can be PayPal-ish at times. Any more questions, guys? Because we are right at the 2-hour mark here. And I have to go find an open stage near me tonight.
Sweet. Open mic near me.
Open mic night, yeah. Yes, there will be a replay. And we will email you guys the replay. That will be up either tonight or tomorrow morning. And it will be on the same page, Angel. We're going to have Angel put it on the same page that you're able to buy the NearMe course from. We'll host the replay there. You can do that, right, Angel?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Make it tonight. Okay.
Like right away.
I thought I was done my 12-hour day. All right, guys. Well, I know there's still a ton of people on here, which is always awesome because it means you're obviously loving the content. So please, guys, give Angel a big thank you for coming on and sharing his free strategies with you, and for everybody that did pick up the NearMe Domination course. I'm sure Angel thanks you for that as well. We'll see you in that Facebook group. And congratulations on that purchase. This is a killer strategy. These are probably the biggest keyword volumes we've ever seen for easy rankers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for everyone who came on tonight. Definitely appreciate everyone taking out time to join us tonight.
Right on, right on. Well, I guess that is a wrap. It is exactly 8 p.m. for me. It's time for me to go find Christmas lights from last year.
Christmas lights near me.
Exactly. It's endless. It's absolutely endless. All right, guys, thanks once again, and I hope everybody enjoys the rest of your week. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You know where to find us.
All right, bye-bye, guys. Thanks, Angel.
All right. Thanks, Angel.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.